Peace, y'all. So let me just say this. I'm not very drag you, Trevor. I wasn't very drag you. Even when I hit the link, I wasn't dragging you. I was just basically saying that uh my situation was very unique, and when you get into choosing a wrong person or whatever, Cynthia G had put out so much content about who Becky really chooses, right? And so when you say that black women put themselves in the position because they don't choose better, they don't put themselves, I think the whole point he was trying to make is black women put themselves in a position sometimes where they have to feel like they have to be masculine, right? That's a talking point, right? But when you look at the dynamics, the true dynamics between the black man and the white woman, right? What we found to realize is, and I'm mad because Cynthia G took so much of her content down, her good content. She took it down because she used to be just not down with interracial relationships at all. So she tried to change the narrative. So I'm trying to find some of her old content because she really brought out, and I want to review it and I don't, I actually hate her. You know what I'm saying? I left that whole camp and everybody that was over there because I didn't like that whole talking point about aborting black male babies. That shit is just disgusting. But what I will say is her research that she had did yeah, but anyway, my whole thing about it is when you look at the dynamics and a lot of her content, I'm not going that white women is don't have an attitude. When you look at some of these videos, even her most recent videos, which is BS, because her new content, she's so focused on aborting black male babies, her message is diluted. You feel what I'm saying? But when she would look at them dynamics, she would realize, like, looking at these videos of these black men, they was like submitting to a lot of these white women, right? Because they felt like the image of the black man is a black monster, a gorilla, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't believe that. I don't see that, but white people see it that way. That dynamic is not going to exist with the black man and white woman. The dynamic is the black man end up being more feminine. You see him do dumb shit like put on dresses. They even start, they start changing up, and there's this narrative period that when black people get with white people in general, they start acting softer. We see that on both, like the Manosphere come up with that talking point about black women. So I wasn't picking with you, but I don't want nobody from that camp to be like, oh, and this is what we mean when we say because I want you to understand something, right? Trevor, you remember when you was going off because you was like, you said that Raw Brax and Tracy situation was disgusting, right? And I know this is relatable, right? I remember when Lex was going off on Raw Brax and stuff, like, not going off on Raw Brax, but when he was going off on the Raw Brax situation, he tried to make a point that black women is not dateable no more because they act like white women and they call the police and they act too sensitive, and black women on some new shit now and stuff like that. I'm ready to get me a Becky when we already know Becky be the main one to call the police. What are you talking about? Like, so the tone police and the black women is just so deep or whatever, and that narrative of what black men want to deal with as far as black women attitudes, that shit is phony for real, because they'll turn around and get with white women and deal with their attitudes or whatever and let them take over and wear the pants in a relationship. And then you see these dynamics. These are some cool ass niggas. I can't relate to them. A lot of these niggas, they downplay their masculinity for the white woman. You feel what I'm saying? I can't sit through Cynthia G ugly ass voice, but you just like, and I know you can't because now her shit is way disgusting. But trust me, I'm gonna try to find some type of content where you see that or whatever. I might even have to put together an upload. But yeah, they've been flagging my channel down or whatever. I just got my first strike ever one day. I'm ready to put all my stuff on private so that way can't nobody try to uh strike my shit. That's why I put my shit on private immediately. I ain't going. But that's why I got so offended. GGA, I love that meme, but that I had to choose that meme, GG, because I know right now it look raggedy. I look raggedy. You find me? Yo, yeah, the bloody hands. I don't know why I like bloody hands. I'm sick, yo. I like looking at bloody hands. I be so dramatic. I be like, shit. But like, yeah, Trevor, I wasn't going to drag you. I just didn't want, because Lex tried to make that point of, oh, we ain't dealing with y'all black bitches because y'all snitches and da da da. And he tried to tie it into black women not being submissive, black women being loud, and black women getting, black women like me who is loud. You feel what I'm saying? And opinionated, we the type of black women that get black men killed. That's why I said, ho, 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 ho. Black men claim that black men. Okay, so listen, black men a lot of black men in the space, right? I'm not talking about you, Trevor. I'm literally not talking about you. I'm talking about these extra pro black niggas. These extra pro black niggas, they'll make it seem like they want somebody darker. They want a warrior black woman, and that's what they like, and all this other stuff. But for real, that's one aspect to it. Or, they'll say that they don't want that in black women, but you'll look and behind closed doors, that Becky is dragging him for filth. That Becky is not all submissive. You find out that Becky is running a relationship. Or these other Beckys that is soft and peaceful and stuff like that, they starting to join forces online. You see whole communities where they join forces with divesters. Okay, just to lean on black men. Okay, and then it's trickling down into their relationships. I don't really watch Cynthia G like that no more. Like I said, she takes shit too far. But at the same time, like, yo, when she was going in on interracial relationships, and she would even go in on black women with white men and how the fuck they act. As time went on and she really started going against the Manosphere or whatever, that's when she started battling with them, going hard. And even though I don't like her message, I mean, if you really go deep into the Manosphere, they message is fucked up too. So I'm like, y'all really just going bar for real. It's just really a back and forth. But I feel like that's why I feel so strongly about black people connecting now on a political level, because socially and culturally or whatever, we're very far gone. And I'm tired of people, and that's why I say y'all gotta look out for these people that say, oh, I don't do the social media, I'm more mature, because they don't go into spaces and see that how big the black sector is growing. They don't see the numbers in the Manosphere. They don't see that it's thousands of black people that's co-signing this BS to the point where you can go outside of black YouTube or whatever and be looking at a white person cooking, and a black person will comment and be like, yeah, and it could be an agent or somebody just being like BSing, but somebody will comment and be like, oh yeah, and black men don't do this. Like, or or a black man to comment and be like, oh yeah, black women, y'all don't do this, or black men, y'all don't do that. Like, it's like, come on now. If you look it up, Google says that YouTube is the most sexist social media website, because you can't block that stuff out. All this stuff pops up. You feel me? That's why I said, listen. Listen, we ain't going. Like the narrative that white being with a white woman is bringing black men peace. No, black men put themselves in the inferior position, right? Just like while listen, black men as a whole, they don't feel what we feel as black women. Black women, when we was, let's keep it real, during slavery times or whatever, we was getting raped wholesale. You feel what I'm saying? Where man, I'm not saying y'all wasn't getting molested neither or buck broken, but come on now, y'all don't see it the same. Black women, we have more of a connection of what happened to our ancestors. We used to always be riding hard for the black men, where that it was always wasn't on an equal playing field, where black men, a plethora of black men was always dating white women. It's even a stereotype that hoteppers and pro-blacks always keep a white woman in their house, even though they out here like, oh yeah, black queen this, black queen that, or they with a biracial woman. And I see it on different scales too. I see it in a spectrum. That's what I'm gonna say, not a scale. I see it on different spectrums too, how these pro-black men parade around these light-skinned women or these white women. You feel what I'm saying? So that's one aspect to it too, but a lot of men not ready to face that fact. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, them numbers don't lie. A lot of black women relate to Cynthia G. She got like over, she ready to get 2,000K subscribers. And somebody like, I know what Yanga would say is sensationalism and it's whatever, because I feel like her content now is watered down with this abortion thing, because I felt like she woke me up, because I like black women got to know what to look for. You know, even when we in a strictly pro-black space or whatever, because it's a lot of men that's parading this message of loving darker skinned women, and then we get caught up and then realize like that's not really gonna happen for us. I think black people really got to start waking up and realizing what this divestment shit online is really doing to our community. I don't want to hear about this, the minority of black people, when this shit is growing so much. When this message in general is growing so much. Because black women have never talked like this. We always roll for black men. Even people forget that even Cynthia G, she still date black men. You know what I'm saying? People forget that. I'm like, yeah, she's talking about, it's a whole, it's so many, it's actually a lot of separation in the divestment community, because okay, you got the what they call the fence sitters, the black women who get online trash black men because they mad and hurt, but they still want to date black men. You got the ones who have divested, who decided to divest to just foreign black men. You got, which I think, if you ask me, I think that Cynthia G is a half divester, where she just divested to foreign black men properly. That's what my best bet for her, because she stays she still date black men, but I think she just tired of American black men. But she go in on the foreign black men as well. You feel what I'm saying? You got the ones, but it don't take long for black women to get tired based off the misogyny and the misunderstandings of interracial relationships or whatever, for black women to cross over to that other side, right? Anytime these motherfucking so-called dark supremacists get online trolling like, oh yeah, I would get with a white woman because y'all black bitches, y'all black hoes, y'all do too much, y'all snitching on black men, knowing damn well the original snitch of the black men was really the white woman. That's why I asked the question, can we afford to troll as black people being anti-black? Because you got some people that'll hear that and be like, oh yeah, this nigga right. What? That's why I said I'm not having. That's why I said, Trevor, you my baby. I'm not picking with you. You feel what I'm saying? Hell no, I fuck with you, but I don't want nobody to go back either and be like, oh, even Trevor, who's Team Marina, is saying that uh, gynocracy is not submissive. She's toxic. Blah blah blah, and then use that as a talking point to try to trash me and stuff like that one whole time. I was in a position where I could not be feminine. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, that's why I also talked about black men handling business, because it only took it only would take him just clearing up what's going on for me to calm down and shut the fuck up. That's why I said, uh, I'm really soft for real. Like, it's a situational. A lot of relationships is situational. That's why I said, hold on, a black man will really get with the white woman and just give up his pants in a relationship versus, like, I feel like, well, no, I can't really say in a relationship with a black man and black woman, it's one thing. Yeah, Trevor, it's all up. I just don't. I know how ignorant he is, and I don't want him to feel like, oh, look at even Trevor saying something. Trevor see how out of control she is. That's the narrative they trying to push. So I said, hold on, let me, not it wasn't at you though. All the shade that I had was towards Lex, because I know it was coming. Oh, trust me, I'm pissed off ahead. But I know you wasn't picking with me though. I know what you meant. But also, even in that instance, I'm like, hold on. Now I gotta dig through. I don't want to have to dig through Cynthia G. I might have to I could deal with Paris Milan. I could deal with. I just don't want to watch her, yo. I don't want to watch Cynthia G at all. I can't stand that bitch. Her voice irritates me. I used to love her voice because I used to fuck with her message. Then after she said that abortion shit, I was like, oh, bitch, you sound ugly. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you sitting there chilling with your homegirls, eating crab legs and sipping your Jamaican me happies and hitting a blunt, right? And this one black woman not hitting a blunt, not drinking. She announced she pregnant, and you raggedy hoe going to turn to her and say, make sure it's not a black male baby or you should abort it. How do you explain that to her? How do you explain that to her? I think at this point it's a little like I think that too. I think the black man failed as a whole, but you gotta listen. You gotta look into these dynamics that black men fuck up when they get with these white women. They docile as hell when they get with that white woman, or they mad because white women is getting on a black women ish. And it's a lot of videos Cynthia G have where white women get to arguing with a black man, and the black man is like, you got to act like you got an attitude like a black woman, and the white woman is like, oh, because I'm standing up to your BS. And it's like, what is that? Even if she is more submissive, it's just like, what is she submitting to? Is she submitting to the same black men that white women that black women get? Because Lord have mercy. Now, if you want me to review that, I can review that all day. Who they really, not just who they really choose, but what is it? That Becky get the same black men. They're not getting a better version of black men. That's what I meant to say earlier. They're not getting a better version of y'all. It's not like, you know, and not for nothing, you can't like not for nothing. The thugged out black men who get with this white woman, they're not changing for this white woman because she's so soft and feminine. No, he beating her up too. While the nerdy black man is also, who get with the white woman or whatever, he already a Oreo, so he already sold his soul. He already docile with the white woman. That's why I'm saying, hold on, what? Huh? like, come on now. Thank you, Boo. You better get some water, Boo. You better get some water. That's what you ready to get. You get some water. Oh, crap. My fault, y'all. My phone died and everything. I'm up here running my mouth. Forgot my phone where it died. But yeah, y'all. I just had to say that and make that clear. Give me this. I just had to make this clear and say that because, like, yeah, like that was just, yeah, like even when black men try to put Spanish women on a pedestal, when they be cussing y'all out in Spanish and be like, saying all that Spanish BS, and they be zapping, talking about stabbing you, talk about beating you up. What black men say all the time? Ooh, that Spanish is sexy. She's talking in Spanish, so it's getting me off. She going off on you, but but they more submissive. They more submissive. How is Japan like? Have y'all ever met Asian women? These black men be up there talking about Asian women more submissive. Y'all never met an Asian woman? Do you know how they turn up? Especially when they come over here. That's why you got passport bros. Them passport bros, they know to go over there to a woman with dirty feet, right? Who don't have nothing. Half of them willing to don't realize that the reason why y'all going over there for well, they do realize this. This is why they go over there for prostitutes. That's what I really meant to say. They know darn well if they was to really try to marry the women over there, they'd be having to not just take care of the woman and pay all her bills and have her set up. They'd have to take care of her whole family. That's how they get down. Okay, it's not just one of us, nigga. You gonna have to take care of all of us. Yo, and I can't stand Taz. But even when I was first beefing with Taz, I cussed Taz. Even when I cussed Taz out, I asked him so bad, yo. I said, all right. I said, so now that I got your attention, because even when we was cool, I used to ask him this one question. I said, can you please take off private that live stream that you did called Stoves and Bunk Beds? Yo, it's this 8-hour live stream, yo. Taz exclusive there. Yo, when I tell you that is the best like Taz talk about how he be going at the Manosphere and stuff like that. I don't know where this live stream is at. If anybody secretly just be over there, please ask him about Stoves and Bunks Big's live stream. That nigga went off. When that nigga discovered that these passport bros was going on with paying over $50,000 to take care of a Spanish woman. Hold on, y'all. I'm ready to give my son some candy. Hold on. I was surprised it wasn't 17. Exactly, Juju. You know, that's how niggas used to get down. Live streams used to be like, you remember Bum Church's live stream be like 24 hours before they put another cap on it. But anyway, he did this live stream called Stoves and Bunk Beds. Yo, when I tell you he went in because he exposed that these niggas were spending over $50,000 to send stoves and bunk beds and stuff like that. These is black men that complain wholesale about taking care of these project chicks and all these welfare chicks. I'm not doing ish for y'all, but you'll send a stove, a refrigerator, a bunk bed to these foreign heifers, and it's way more expensive to ship all that stuff out to them. Because it's because you don't trying to do it in a foreign country. I put my right hand in guard. You can have that, boo. You can have that. I put my right hand in guard, yo. I was watching this. What was that show? 90 Day Fiance. One dude was taking care of this woman from Filipino. He was paying like $30,000 to send clothes to all her family, plus spending $1,000 on the clothes. You serious? Just to send some Marshall outfits to these niggas. Just eat it how it is. You ask for it. It's like, no, put it on 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Push start. Close it and push start 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So, teaching my son how to use the microwave, y'all. But anyway, like that's expensive to send them send anything to them foreign countries. You got black men that's refusing, talking about black women. These black women, they need to stop asking for more than $40 for FUCK. So wait, y'all don't want to marry us. Y'all don't want to take care of us. Y'all don't even want to properly go 50-50 because a lot of y'all complain about doing house chores and child rearing. But you'll spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on these foreign women who only look at you as a check. And you know this. And then you try to make it seem like those foreign women, right, is more cleaner, they smell better, they more natural than the black women here. But those women don't even wash their hands. Hold on. Let me explain something to you. I used to work with a lot of them Spanish-speaking women from all them foreign countries and stuff like that. They look at black women crazy because we wash our hands when we get out the bathroom. And guess what? They don't flush the toilet. They put pads everywhere on the floor. They'll dookie, and then they'll put their toilet paper on the floor with the dookie still in it. They'll take their period blood, wipe themselves off with it, and then put it on the floor like some nasty-ass bitches that they is. Like some coochie, like some weird heifers that they is. They'll put them nasty. That's what that you talking about. Them women cleaner. Give your brother some. See, put it in one of them white bowls. Hurry up. You're not getting no more candy. That's not even candy. That's melatonin. Look, they think. All right, hold on. I'm ready to give you some chocolate. Hold on, y'all. Let me get them a snack. Oh, they ready to have an attitude with me because what's the name? I lost they donuts that I had bought earlier. Yeah, plenty of African American women in Ghana and all, and they don't have the same complaints. Exactly. Oh Lord, Trevor, you want to come up here and explain that while I get these kids these snacks, or you too busy? Because if not, it's fine. I can just be on pause, on mute forever. But there go the link. Oh shit, that's the other link when we were talking about Serena Williams. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm tripping. Let me drop this link. That's what anybody want to come up because I'm ready to be on mute in 1 second, because I gotta get my children these. I don't know where I put them at, yo. Cause hold on, yo. Yankee, if you want to come up here and hit the link, you can. Anybody can hit the link. It's an open panel. I mean, and here's the thing: Juju have every right to be angry because she actually used to sit over there and see. She had a wrench in a lot of Black Manosphere chat. She would try to relate to the Manosphere. Me and Juju would try to relate to the Manosphere. It's no wonder she tired of it even now. That's why I try to, be careful the type of content that I consume and stuff like that, because it's important for Black people to understand that it's more so systematic and cultural why we don't fuck with one another. And we have to understand that most, I found it. Y'all was right in my face. So they can get out of my face. And what y'all fail to realize is most of the divorces in our community as well, or really any community, but really in our community, they end due to money. Right? And that's why I love MD made that point, because we and Trevor was asking, like, what is reparations going to do for Black people when as a culture, here you go, Damien. Look, here you go. When Black people as a culture is so hell-bent on being divested. How do we progress as a Black people when Black people is talking about what? Breeding our melanin out. And I hate using that word, breeding, over when it comes down to Black people, but y'all know what I mean. Well, mating out, that's a terrible word too. Fucking our melanin out. Look, that one group who deserve the most love and respect in our society receives the least Black women and children. They knock them up and then go on to the next. Man. Both sides are very disappointed, but the Manosphere, even the men are turning on them and calling them out. Exactly, Juju. It's not a matter of being tired. We all we got. Sisters, don't think we tired of you. You all asses. It's a different level of tired. Yeah, Yanga, you never sat with them men. You don't understand the type of turmoil. It's okay, me and Juju going to bring out the information for y'all so y'all can see it. Especially, I'm going to be over here even more because they definitely just flagged down my channel. That's why I'm ready to put everything on private. It's okay. It's my first strike. I see the arena is anti-Black man. I got my talking point for my next show. Okay. How is we anti-Black man? How is we anti-Black man? I don't think we anti-Black man. I just think that, like I said, we in our own conscious circle, like our own conscious bubble, and we don't see what black people who's supposed to be conscious and more aware is really saying. Like, and we see the numbers of the people that's over there. I didn't seen it trickle down in Black marriages and almost ruin Black marriages. Personally. Right? So it's real. On both sides, it's real. We're not saying the Black woman not wrong neither. I try to tell Trevor all the time, like, hold up. Black women never been Black women never been on this self-hate BS. We always said we was going to stand up to the Black man. But at the same time, if it's a plethora of Black men that's saying that they going to date out, what do you expect the Black woman to do? I mean, if we go bar for bar, y'all come out here and say it's a numbers game. That black women gonna have to do what they supposed to do. Right? That's why I say we have to deal with the modern what the modern black people is saying. Exactly, Yanga, because I don't like interracial couples. And I don't like the fact that I'm a black woman who don't date outside my race. I don't even feel comfortable being amongst certain black spaces that act like they for black women and stuff like that. And they claim that they don't really care and they'll accept the pro black woman, but me as a pro black woman will come into their space and then in the chat you got a whole bunch of black women clowning me because they keep saying, well, black women need the what's the name? They options. Okay, I can take my banner now down because I'm on my laptop. But what you was going to say, Gigi, I'm ready to go on mute so you can.
Thank God you took that. Take that nasty banner down. I can't take it. Oh, thank God you took it down. Okay. No, it's not that we hate black women. It's just that when you've been on here long enough and you was actually in both sides, like especially me, I was sitting in the manosphere like heavy. Like when I started coming on YouTube, I was in the manosphere. And I was like, yeah, why these females acting like that? Why these females going at the men like that? And then like after a while, I'm like, man, these men are still talking about black women. They still talking about how fucked up they are. They no matter where they go, they still angry. You dating other groups of women, you still pissed off waking up in the morning talking about black women. It's just becoming too much. Like, and then the
And,
message, huh?
yeah. No, go ahead.
Then the message they're sending out is terrible. Like now you have, okay, you have the passport bros. Cool. You want to date foreign. Nobody's trying to dick police. Like you allowed to date whoever you want to date. But again, why are we comparing foreign women to black women's looks? Oh, we have foreign women with real hair, like it's just date in peace without disrespecting us, and then you wonder why we're angry.
And they misconstrue that a lot of the divested content is really them women watch what them men say and try to come up with direct responses. I'm not saying it's right because it's some disgusting shit the women say too, and I hold them accountable. But it's just like, how can I overdo it with them when at the same time it's only a response to your BS and we already know it.
Yeah, but Yanga, you saying you're upset too. We get that because, like I said, there is women on here. There's some interesting characters. I never met those women in real life before, but the ones on here, they are pretty interesting. But again, you have a lot of men, even the woman that's defending them. I was one of them defending them and still got disrespected. Still got disrespected as a black woman. You get called a bitch.
Yep.
They calling you out your name. It don't matter if you're sitting in the chat room. They're saying you may be a decent for a black female. Like that's disgusting. That's pure ignorance.
It is pure ignorance. Like, and I'm surprised Juju is talking like this. That's how heavy she was over here. I'm like, Juju came back home. I don't want her to start talking about abort black belt babies, but she see how bad it is. And I'm like, yo, I see right through this. Once I seen all the niggas that was trashing Ramil go over to his channel and agree with his Sharia law BS and niggas talking about black pill. Like, it's a lot of niggas that's red pill turning to black pill, and that's more extreme. When they obsessed with their looks, like, like the black woman is, but they talking shit about the black woman looks, like, and how unnatural we are. Like, the rabbit hole goes deeper. I'm gonna have to come up with some notes for y'all or something, so y'all see how deep it is. Why black
But
women tired?
Yanga, you keep saying you're not getting it. Like there is women in this space. They call them pygmies. They defend the hell out of the black man, and they still get disrespected. That's what you're not understanding. Like we don't care if you're dating out, you're dating your preferences, you're traveling, cool. But why do you always have to make those other women a comparison to us? Why, if we're so horrible and stuff, just leave us alone. Isn't that easier?
Me and Juju already know the history of how those talking points got extreme. Like, listen, let me tell you this, Juju. When I used to be in the social justice warrior space, I was in a feminist space where we would talk about intersectionality, but at the same time, we would clown so bad when somebody would come out there with a white woman, like with a white woman or a black with a white man. Like we was pro-black, and there was a separation between the people that was in interracial relationship and the pro-black intersectional people, right? But now that this Cynthia G message got out there, they talking cash money shit about black men, and the dynamics change in the conversation. It's crazy.
Let me tell you, when I first came and I seen that Cynthia G comment, abort black babies, I was furious. Like, I was against, let me see, tell you, all the divestors. I did not like them. I was against all of them. Didn't care for them. Never watched them. Nothing. Never got on their channels. And still was getting disrespected by the men. Oh, it's like as soon as they see your picture is black, you're a divester. As soon as you disagree with their views, you're a divester. You're a chameleon. You're a divester. You're not allowed to have no opinion. That's the problem with this online space of YouTube with this gender war.
Yeah, it gets to be a cult, and that's why I say I need y'all to peep the game. Because look, Lex Vortex used to be over there. Now with the Robert Tracy situation, he talking about, yeah, us black men need to go ahead and just go go to the white woman. I said, stop trolling with that shit, yo. Black women hear enough of that shit. You talk about all this praise stemia shit. That shit phony.
Well,
You
let
don't
me
really.
tell you something. For that one, Rob can go on to the white woman. I think I will speak for the behalf of the black woman. We don't want you attracted to us, and I mean that with all my heart.
Yeah, and it's just like me and Juju, we know it's still good black men out there. We not saying it's all y'all, but when it comes to these manosphere niggas, that's who we trashing for real, and it's really growing. That's all we saying. Stop lying and saying that's the minority. But guess what though? Even without the manosphere, y'all was on that shit. You know, y'all was in pro black spaces parading a white woman around in the darkness. Okay, that's a stereotype. We laugh at that shit all the time, no matter what sector you in, the black sector, period. Yeah, we is gonna have to visit when we have time when me and Juju, and it could just be me, Juju, because I don't mind. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put that together a compilation so y'all really get to see how disgusting these talking points is. The same men that claim, oh, I wouldn't go that extreme, they be in chats of niggas that say they want Sharia law only for black women. And when black women came out and said that they was sexually assaulted, they'll say, F that B. We don't believe her. Where that B parents at if she underage? Then they be up there making it seem like black women is surrogate mothers only and be like, oh, because black children thrive better with single fathers, y'all need to just give the kids over to us. And it's just like, sir, you need to pay like you weigh. We not surrogate mothers. What are you talking about? You gotta go through the court system. You like, just give me my child, or
You
I'm not
ain't got.
going for
Oh
my
my
child.
gosh. You ain't got. I don't know why I'm not liking you today. Today is just not a good day for me and you. It's not. First of all, one woman said abort black babies. It was not the whole community of black women. No woman in reality is walking around saying let's kill black male babies. That was just one person. Like, we are not
No,
walking
before
around
then,
saying
no,
that.
before then, black women did say that, but it was a very, very small group. And that's why I said stuff is changing now because this manosphere stuff on one side, that's the extreme, is getting heavy, which I feel like been one sided. It's mostly been black men. But what I will say is the black woman is catching up too. But it's a response to the manosphere. You got to see the battle back and forth. Because Cynthia G got tired of niggas getting more and more extreme. That's when she came out and said that. It was a money grab too. She a grifter. But yeah. I got the reason for that. Yo, we talking about these particular spaces and how it's growing. We gotta stop it, y'all. We gotta stop it. Like, y'all don't understand how deep it is. That's why when me and Gigi sat on that panel with Trevor, and Trevor thought he was hardcore, nothing that he was saying was bothering us. Because we was like, child, y'all know the shit that we heard. Oh, it was a small group of women, but it's black men, period. What you mean?
Yanga, we know we not about to sit here and pretend like we don't have an issue in the black community as a whole. We not about to sit here and pretend that the black men is doing everything they can possible and us women are just sitting here complaining. We not about to say that when other black men called it out.
Other black men, and then on top of that, y'all call them black men gorilla simps. Now, sometimes they do operate like gorilla simps. Like, I don't like Taz.
Man was being called a simp because he said that he helps his wife do chores. He was called a simp because he loves his wife. He was called a simp because he caters and takes care of his family, and he don't sit here calling her all kind of bitches and stuff. So, like, let's stop that.
I don't like him, but I understand what you mean, Gigi. But they did call him. No, I was over there because I used to be in his camp. They would clown him for absolutely no reason at times. You know, I just didn't realize that he just disrespect people that support him the long way over to abort black
I
male baby.
never called no black woman mammy. Stop.
Oh, she don't do that.
You trolling?
She don't do that. I stop. Now, if I'm real mad, I will say that. But I only use the word mule or pick me. Well, I don't really say pick me. I never really use that word like that. That was only the beginning of my hardcore Miss Andrews days. I would say pick me, but I say mule every once in a while. But yeah, I only say that. And here's the thing: when black women said "mammy," they recreated that word because okay, we understand mammy to be somebody who licked, like a black woman who licked the ass of a man. A mammy, when we redefined it, it was supposed to be a woman like who licked the ass of a man in general. It wasn't just the white man; it was any man. That's why we say, "Oh, you a mammy." Okay, that's where that come. Like, you're willing to be any man's mother. It just wasn't about a black woman who's willing to stand up for the black men. The divesters, once they started to abort black male baby sentiments, that's when they switched over the word mammy to mean the pro-black woman. The pro-black woman, but it was pro-black women that was already spitting hood feminism. You feel what I'm saying? Well, we would talk about standing up for our body, and we would talk about how to really combat what is it called? Coercive reproductive coercion. And we would talk about standing up for our bodies. We would even talk about robbing a black man if needed be, like on some Cardi B type shit. But see, all that was taken out by this extreme divestment talk, which we see is a direct battle to the manosphere, who want Sharia law for black women, who the same men who claim, oh, I'm a family man, they be on the so-called family side of the red pill community. They'll go right over there to the black pill community, and they'll be in the chat cheering on this type of behavior. Juju, I know you've seen it. You remember David Johnson? David Johnson.
I'm subscribed, Diane. I do.
Now, don't David Johnson make it seem like he big in the manosphere? Don't he make it seem like, oh, I'm a family man. I'm about the black family. But why you over there on Ramil channel, who is very anti-black family? And you be chilling, feeling comfortable. I've seen that so many times. Most of the niggas in the manosphere, they will uphold each other. They don't hold each other accountable. Matter of fact, the manosphere got so scary. I really completely left the black sector because people charges was coming out.
All right, Yinga. I'll answer that part. Okay, I'll answer it for you. Yes, I will admit, black women have combative issues. Okay, yes, a lot of us are stubborn. The listening skills definitely need to be upgraded because one thing black women love to do is overtalk you. I won't lie about that. It's true. And it's the stupid little things, not listening, and I would say, like, try to keep your relationships, from your friends and all that. Like, sometimes we do need to listen to our man. I'm not gonna lie, we do.
Right.
But we're not gonna ignore the toxic men neither in this community, which is statistically speaking and what we see in person.
Mm-hmm. Like the statistics. I mean, it's not fucking with what y'all saying. 72% of black single mothers. I mean, and they try to do the whole choose better thing, but it's like, who do y'all think make up the majority of the black pill community? A bunch of nerdy black men. What? That y'all claim is college educated. They said fuck all that. And let's be honest, the nerdy black men or whatever, they not really checking for black women like that. Like they get their little college degree, get out the hood, and when they get some money, they out the door. I mean, am I lying, Juju? I'm not lying.
No, we got a real coonery problem, but I'm
It
gonna leave
like
that alone.
they make it a black, they make it a black thug issue, and it's just like, no, we have a nerdy black man problem too. Y'all keep saying to choose the nerdy black men, but the nerdy black men, they don't want us.
Shout out to all the pro blacks with white wives. Shout
And
out
that's
to you.
another thing, Juju. They know that's a goddamn stereotype of the black man. Even when they be pro-black, they be parading around a white woman or a lighter skinned woman. That's true. Like, come on now, that shit was on Don't Be a Menace to the South while drinking juice in the hood. That shit was so funny. Wait, was it I'm gonna get no, not don't be a menace to the South. It was I'm gonna get you sucker. Y'all remember? Not true. Come on now, even Umar Johnson got caught up with a lighter skinned woman. We not going. I know y'all remember that. The conscious stripper. Social economic dating pool is limited. What you mean, Yanga? Y'all refuse to hit the I'm gonna get you sucker. Yeah, I'm gonna get you sucker. Come on now. And Yanga, bring your ass up here because I know you got something to say. Cause yeah, when I come back, I'm coming with sources. Okay, I'm gonna come back with the most disgusting things that the Black Manosphere has said. Okay, because I know my way around the Manosphere. I don't think y'all really understand how egregious it is.
And then another thing that's like getting me a little upset is they feel like now, oh, what black women's acting difficult to date because they decided to close their womb. Didn't you tell black women that they laying around having too many babies with Ray Ray and Pookie? So now that they're closing their legs,
Yeah.
they're doing what you asked them to do. They're not giving birth that much anymore. Statistically, that has dropped. And now you're still complaining that they deciding to have standards.
They keep saying, trying to make the point, well, it took for us to take away abortion law, for them to take away abortion laws. Like, sir, like if you really pay attention, Bill Gates got a whole program where you able to order abortion pills
MD,
online no
my
matter what
accent
state
ain't
you're in.
changing, so I have a problem with your accent. So what?
Who accent? Who accent? They got a problem with my accent. Your accent. GG, what they saying? But no, y'all, like we gonna have to talk more about this because it's so bad. Trevor can't even trigger us, and he think he hardcore. He not. Uh, but yeah, y'all, it's real bad in the Manosphere. Like we can pull out so many talking points. It just get boring even talking about it. I'm gonna have to really go bar for bar and go into my old notes because y'all gotta hear this. Like, come on now, Sharia law for black women. I'm trying to remember what's all the disgusting shit that he said. You know what I'm saying? But it was a whole. I haven't been over there in so long, y'all. Just don't have time. No, you ain't gonna mad at us. That's what it is. Because any other time he motor mouth. He motor mouth, but without pushback, it's hard. Because I don't know what y'all want me to say. I mean,
Yanga
yeah.
over there saying this why we leaving y'all for the white bitches. That's what Yanga really saying.
Yup. Y'all will go down that path real quick. Over Rob and Tracy, a nigga got on this nigga got a whole crew called Dark Side. He got on here and started threatening to date white women for no reason. And he the most pro-black motherfuckers on here. He said he had dark supremacists out this bitch. I mean, come on now. Yeager said, yeah, that shit fire. Yeah, come on now. We ain't going. We gonna have to examine this shit. I mean, what y'all think? What y'all brothers think? Y'all won't come up here any other time they hitting the link. Do you see how they isolating us on some dark side shit? Y'all mad. Y'all mad because we not talking about aborting y'all, but we still holding y'all accountable. That's what it is. We would never talk about killing y'all. Matter of fact, I got into it with that bitch Virtuous Woman TV because she kept saying because black men feel uncomfortable around the police that they should all lay down and die and kill themselves. That's why we and her got into it, Juju. I was mad as shit. I
Oh,
said,
you yikes! That's a little extreme.
like, here's the thing that pissed me off, Juju. She always try to make it seem like, oh, I'm not a feminist, and I always was like, bitch, you need to come over here with us feminists and lay your head down on our bosoms and get your half gay on and just get with it, right? You is a feminist. You's hardcore than all of us, but you always trying to battle with us. Bitch, you just said black men need to kill themselves because they feel cautious of the police. I was like, ma'am, who are you talking
But
to?
all jokes aside, though, like, because I only been on here, I think for like a year now.
Uh-huh.
Why did this start, and like, where did it stem from? Like, you think one day you can go on here and you could like pull up some old, really old clips
It's
of
Tommy
like,
Sotomayor. He started the black sector.
oh,
Tommy Sotomayor, he is very anti-black woman. Everybody knows that. Tommy Sotomayor started all this shit. If you go back and you do your research on all the sectors and stuff like that, it all leads to the same person, Tommy Sotomayor. And he's banned
so
on.
he put Kevin Samuels on too.
That's why they was beefing, sis. Because he was like, you motherfucker, you took my talking points. He was going at it with that nigga. You hear me? Because he was the first nigga on here to degrade black women. You hear me? He would go off. That nigga's disgusting. Okay, he's disgusting. And now I remember he was the first person on here really going hard, and then he got his little following, and then the black men they started following after the white manosphere as well. You find what I'm saying? Because they was taking their talking points and getting money off of it. Even the How Value Man shit, Taz exclusive, he get on my nerves. But he also brought out that Kevin Samuels took that High Value Man shit from a Asian dude that was trying to enter into the white manosphere. What's up, MD? I know you gonna come up here and say something.
No, it's all good. Peace. What's up with y'all? So, what's the dynamic? We talking about white women?
No, we just talking about the manosphere and all that, and how Cynthia G is wrong for the abort black male babies thing. But when she talked about the dynamics between the black man and the white woman, she was right and exact because she brought out that this whole narrative that black men try to push that older white woman is softer. That's not the truth. Okay, black men make themselves more inferior and more feminine in that position with white women to not look like the big scary stereotypical black man.
Now,
It's all right.
Trevor,
I don't think that's true. I don't think
but
that's true.
I'm sorry,
Not when you're
MD.
dealing
It's
from a
one
street level.
MD. One thing.
Go ahead,
Trevor,
Sif.
um, you're from a Jamaican background, so I'm pretty sure you could see the difference in like maybe your household compared to here, and why it's like so different here. Like the black woman and black man here just don't connect for some odd reason.
Well, I get what you're saying, and but again, it's a systematic thing that happened. Like you just can't deny that. But when it comes to white women and us being submissive to not look like the angry nigga to the white, I don't. That's not true. Especially, it may be true to a certain level, from a certain wage. It may be true
Right,
because you're dealing with a certain distinction of a white woman. On the street level, that shit ain't true at all.
right,
Like I don't know how it is where y'all live, but in Atlanta, it's a lot of white women in these hoods, growing up hood, and it's the best of both worlds to a black man because they dealing with a white woman that's growed up in a household where they saw an example of how to be feminine in a household environment. At the same time, they want to be with a nigga. So they gonna act a certain way, they gonna dress a certain way, they gonna get their body a certain way in order to get that. The higher level you go, the less and less that dynamic is a proponent. You know what I mean? When you got money, you're not necessarily looking for no hood white girl. You're looking for the quote unquote top echelon of the white woman. Well, they ain't gonna put up with the nigga shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like we talking about NBA, NFL type numbers. You know what I mean? Them
Well,
ain't the white girls that's in the hood.
Oh
no.
wow.
Well, the NBA they go for anything that looks, even if it's not white, it's gonna be mixed. We know they're not gonna be rocking a dark skinned girl on their arms, and that's just what it is. A lot of it does stem from ignorance too.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
see what you're
here,
saying.
it's I'm from a diverse borough in New York, and the Africans here was even embarrassed to say they're from Africa. Okay, they would just be like, "Yeah, I'm African American." Like, they're born here and raised here. Some of them even try to hide their accents because everybody was trying to be closer to white women chasing white girls. It don't even matter what they look like. Um, one of a guy that my cousin was dating, he said he used to be embarrassed to admit he likes dark skinned women because he always equated dark skin as dirty.
Mm.
From an African perspective.
No, this guy was African American, but I'm telling you, like, this is how it was here. Like, there was a lot of self hate. So now that you see, like, oh, black girl magic, it's like now finally black people are kind of comfortable of being who they are. They're embracing their natural more. Because when I was younger, we had a lot of issues here dealing with white people.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But again, like I said, the whole dynamic with the being submissive to the white woman, like that's a fallacy. Like if you in the street and you see it from a street level, you would know that's a fallacy. Cynthia G ain't in the street. She's too busy on YouTube. So she don't see the dynamic
Well,
of what the
Cynthia
reality is
G,
when it comes.
Well, the whole thing about, well, a lot of them white women that grow up in the hood, they have the same mentality as the black woman because they imitating her. They have the same attitude, the same accent, they dress the same, all that shit. So because of that, you telling me that white woman who's copying me is better than me? They come up with that shit too. Because when you look, that's the type of bitches they be with. But they act like they with the upper echelon or whatever fuck you was saying. They act like they with a hostility white woman, and they really not.
Where you
That's
again, you got to remember
Cynthia G,
when
who
the
they really choose, brought that out.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but you got to remember when these white girls go home at night, they going home to a mom and a dad, and they got an example to go off of when it comes to a nucleus. That's what I'm talking about. So they gonna take when it comes to the relationship aspect of it, they gonna take what they see in the house and bring that to the forefront of the nigga. And it's a shock to the system to the nigga because he ain't used to that. So he gonna look at it as a win-win. You mean to tell me I can get a
But
white
that, that
woman?
that that doesn't equate that she's getting that it's a better experience neither, because Cynthia G also brought out that these women get the same black man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're talking about when these people is economically displaced, then you have that ignorance level there. You understand?
like, I could understand where MD's coming from. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's how it was probably in your generation. But in
I ain't
two,
old.
no, I'm not trying to say you're real old. I'm just saying in 2023, we are kind of still, these men are making it a little bit known that what they think is prettier and what they think looks more feminine in 2023. They're making it very known, and it has nothing to do with seeing a white girl with two parents.
Well, they don't know that. They don't know that dynamic because the white girl keeping that in the house. I tell you what. So maybe 10, I say 10, 15 years ago, the dynamic was, on the street level, the black dudes was messing with the fat white woman. And it was social norms put on that, right? Oh, you dealing with a fat white woman because She ain't gonna put, she gonna just put up whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Where now it's a dynamic where it's white women that's trying their best, like they putting in days work to try to look like you, try to look like Gyno, try to
Yep.
look like a black woman. Like ain't no fat black white women. That's the norm when it comes to interracial relationship. That ain't
Yeah,
the
the
norm
beauty
no more.
standards changed. Now they want that I'm sorry, that big ass, that shit looks nasty. That unnatural ass.
You're
That
right. I
they
ain't gonna front. You're right.
it looked like cement. Like, and a lot of women is they just putting anything in their bodies is making a lot of black people and and the other all the women in general sick, and they obsessed with this body type. And I'm just like, that's not what our natural bodies look like. Black women, y'all look stupid, and with these lip fillers and the overlining of the lips, and it's just like, bruh, our natural features is not a fucking costume, and y'all sexualizing it because y'all using it only to get sexual gratification and for the male gaze. When
Yeah,
I
you're
get
right.
sexualized every day for my like, I got a big butt. Like
You're
it's
right, Trevor,
big.
and that's why you need to
It's
be up here, Trevor. I
not
wish you was up here on this panel.
butt. So a lot of
So,
these sexualize me, and it's just like the women, they go get the surgeries and then they get mad. Like, men treat me like a sexual object. It's like, yeah, bitch, that's what the fuck we been saying. Y'all don't listen to us because we dark. Like,
right. And again, like I said, the dynamics just change over time. I don't disagree with what y'all saying. I'm just trying to bring it to a perspective of how it is in the street, like how it is from a low level perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
When
right.
when when we yeah when we talk about these talking points, what they talking about, they're not talking about the average everyday black man. They dealing with the passport bros and the quote unquote high value men. You know what I'm saying? But that number is minuscule compared to what's really going on when it comes to
okay,
interracial
what about the
relationships.
alternative black men that's obsessed with the white girls? Because
What
they
what
they
what you mean by
they don't
alternative?
necessarily always have money. The Oreo black
What
men.
the
Look,
Oreo black man, the at white.
the alternative black men, the gothic black men.
I
What
mean
about
that's their lifestyle, and the thing is, if you live in a certain lifestyle or you delving in a certain culture and you already looked at as an outcast for being in said culture, chances are you gonna get with somebody that's not within the culture that you derive from.
I
But
feel
but
like
every
that's
now
their
every
deep
now
down
and
to
then
the
it's a
black
diamond in
woman.
the rough where you can
They
get a
be
black
so
golf girl.
salty. They never got with her in high school. If they was in the hood, they end up treating her any type of way. And but you're right. You're right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean it's an anomaly, you know what I'm saying?
Like
But
it's
every
just,
now and again it's black golf girls.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I
That's in
feel
the
like
same
I feel like
position.
I be trying to tell them black men, like, yo, just get with a black golf girl. Like, just go ahead and do it. Like,
But can they
yeah,
find one?
I'm a black golf girl. Like,
You ain't
they
no
just
black
be
golf girl.
phony. Kinda,
You ain't
yeah.
no you ain't no black golf girl. Trust me.
In secret, yeah. I don't
In secret.
y'all see me with my pink anime wig on, yes.
Right. I got you. But
Yeah.
like
I
I said,
don't
it's in
know.
But
secret.
I
It
mostly
may be
wear my
something.
natural hair though. I mostly wear
you
my
might be
natural hair.
the ghetto version of the
I
gothic.
definitely am. Yeah, that's what it is. Because I'm definitely the ghetto.
Yeah, but you said it's in secret, meaning that you hiding an aspect of your reality that you don't want other people to
It's
view.
not that I want
Because
other people to see it. It's a number of different reasons why, but it don't have nothing to do with that though. I'm not ashamed of it.
right.
It's
I mean,
really,
hell, but the society we live in now with social media, it's to the
I'm gonna
point
be
now
honest,
where
like this is the real reason. Okay, so I want to wear them clothes, but they expensive as shit. Like, you gotta play
you're
a
right.
little buck. I'm trying to get my life together. That's
You're
the
right.
real reason. Like,
But I
this,
mean,
like,
but
oh
women is
God,
taking
my
advantage
kids
of
be
that now
fresh
though.
to death, but I be looking crazy right now. I'm trying to get my life together.
But
I
I
want
mean,
to.
like women is taking advantage of that now though. In the age of social media, chicks can make a couple bucks off of exploiting that part of culture, right? I may be like a I may be into like anime or video, whatever it may be, You can find a woman on social media that'll exploit
Oh,
that.
please stop, Karya. It's a
And
million of them out there. It's so
right,
many. Don't do that because it's a whole community of Black
yeah, it
alternative
is.
people. It's
Yeah, it is.
definitely big, and
They
our
out here, trust me.
and it's called darkness and blackness, and our whole body is black. Like,
And
what
I
do you
think
say?
they have a convention of that too in New York
We
City.
have a Black cosplay, and I don't do the cosplay like that though, but
Yeah,
I do like looking
Dragon
at it.
Con down here in Atlanta. They down there. You ain't gonna know about Little 5 Points. You can find black golf, all types of people that's in the golf.
Yeah,
So
like
yeah,
and
that yeah.
I really do listen to death metal and stuff like that, and like I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like I feel like Black women, they always complain about thug Black men and how Black men. And I'm like, y'all never even tried to date different types of Black men. Y'all never even got to see the variety that's in our community. Y'all never gave. Y'all didn't never give the nerdy Black men a chance. Because he into wrestling or because he into anime and shit. I do see that. I ain't gonna lie.
But well, that's the reason that you got the high value conversation going right now. Who were these men in high school? Like, what were they doing? You know what I
First of
mean?
all, half these men that's saying high value on YouTube are not high value. That's one.
They
I
lying.
get it. I
And
understand.
two, like this is the problem I have with that term high value man. Cause I feel like even if I dated like just a hardworking man who was like what a manager at a supermarket or something, to me he's high value because he treats me good, he takes care of the family, he's a good man. You gotta be like who Kevin Samuels to be considered high value. Like I like what the
And
hell
he
does
was
that
broke
term
too.
even mean?
Yeah,
When
but
he
but
died,
but Kevin
his
Samuels wasn't
income
shit
red.
before. Yeah, he wasn't shit before that.
And
So
then
so
he
what?
died. He died. He was with Big Shirley after talking shit about Big Shirley all his fucking career. A clown. But
Yeah,
anyway, MD.
yeah, but yeah, man, that's what it is. Like, we got to take in consideration what aspect of the culture we want to put ourselves in, and are we going to base our relationships on that? I think it's stupid to do it, but I'm not going to base my relationship on what I perceive a black woman to be. Hell, even if it was a white woman, I'm not going to base my relationship on that. That's dumb. And I'm not going to base my relationship on the amount of money that I make. You know what I
Mm.
mean? That's a whole different, that's a whole different story all in itself. But it is what it is.
MD, are you making six figures?
Say what now?
Uh, are you a six figure man?
I mean, I used to be. I ain't no more. I used to own my own truck, but I don't own it. It got real bad beginning of last year. So yeah, I gave my truck away.
You
Now
know
I'm
that's
working
what
back
they
up.
say. They said when we all go on dates now, we asking about people's bank accounts. So I had to ask.
I'm gonna tell you to get the hell up out my face. But yeah, I mean 6 figures a day ain't shit anyway. You know what I mean? Not a low 6 figure, maybe mid or high, but $100,000 ain't nothing to damn be proud about these days. That ain't shit. And me, it's me. I'm a single income person. I ain't got nothing coming from
Black
my
women
baby
is
mama.
going beyond that now. It's getting better than that, Juju. Like they saying 200,000, and one lady said 1 million when
Oh,
she
these
was
Yeah,
people
on.
are
yeah, that
delusional.
100,000 shit. That 100,000 shit ain't doing it for y'all no more. It just ain't.
Oh,
They said one bitch said 700,000. I said, "Ma'am, go here somewhere," and she had 5 kids.
Yeah, like I got three boys, two in middle school, one in high school. Even when I was making low 100,000, like the most I made was like, let's say 120. I was barely making it, barely making $120,000.
Damn.
Now I make around 75, 80 on a good year. And hell, I'm struggling because I got kids to take care of. Ain't nobody helping me. And in my dynamic, it's different because my baby mom ain't getting, like food stamps and all that shit. And she don't work. So I'm fucked up.
What you mean she don't work? What she do?
She don't do a goddamn thing.
That's crazy.
What you mean she don't do a
That,
goddamn thing?
that's
What?
what I said. I said the same damn thing. That's crazy. But you know, it is what it is. That that's my reality. I ain't. It is what it is.
All right, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm okay.
No,
I
hey,
ain't
go
gonna
ahead.
lie.
I don't
I'm
mind.
sorry.
I don't mind.
If
I
I
don't
was
I'm so
mind.
sorry. I'm
MD,
so sorry.
listen,
I was
if I
going.
was
Is the
MD,
house clean and she got you a hot meal? Is it good like that?
I mean, okay. I don't mind dishing it out because I don't give a damn. So I had my kid. I had my first child when I turned 22. Well, she got pregnant when I was 20. At 20, I was on nigga shit. I got my shit straight, but she didn't never want to get out of the nigga shit. So she a nigga currently, right now. Me myself, I said, okay, let me get right. You know what I mean? Make sure that the kid's straight. I got her pregnant again. This time with twins. I got 3 boys. So again, she still wanted to be a nigga, and fucked her life up. She actually went to prison for fraud because she didn't want to work. She was doing the bank thing.
So
So she
sorry.
went to prison. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, she went to prison for a little bit. Yeah, she
Damn.
went to prison for a little bit, and my mom was taking care of my kids, like while I was working or whatnot.
What?
And she wasn't supposed to do that because like we not legally married, so I ain't got legal guardianship of them. You know what I'm saying?
not a
It's supposed,
goddamn thing, Trevor. Not a goddamn thing.
so that's my situation. When she got out of jail, she was still on nigga shit, even to the point where they canceled her because she was trying to do some shit with the EBT and all that. So she fucked her own self over with benefits. So now she's banned from getting benefit. I don't mind telling it. That was her shtick. She was on the con shit. She didn't ever want to work. She
See,
always made money through like check fraud and all that shit.
she got to get better at it. No, I'm joking.
Now it's
Hey,
unfortunate though.
I said that too.
No, it's unfortunate listening to
She
MD.
can at least not get caught though. That's only what I'm mad at because I don't care that she did that. But I'm like, man, why you not? You keep doing it and getting locked up. Like,
No, but
no.
it's unfortunate for MD because it sounds like a good guy. He was working, he's doing what he has to do, and
Like,
you
come on.
got a
That's why I say
lazy
get her to get a business.
you
Like,
end up with somebody lazy, and this is what a lot of women are going through. See, they don't
Right.
have a that's like the
yeah,
story of a lot of other women. They going through that with a man,
yes,
so
So
that's
and
why.
that's not to say, real quick, that's not to say that she haven't tried to get no job. It's like every job that she get, when her background come back, that would fuck her up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because they hate thieves. They'll take somebody who had an arson charge before they take a thief. I heard, but I don't know. But they hate arsony too.
Girl,
So
what you got
now
going
now I'm
on?
in a position where I ain't got no choice but to take care of her and the kid. I don't even want to be around her. And the panel like Yang and Black, I always make jokes about my baby mom. That's because in the position that I'm in. That's not
Oh, I
that's
just
not to
wonder.
say
I wish she was a good
that's not
keeper.
to say we don't still do our thing
Let
because
them
we
try to
do.
be together.
What
So,
try to do what now?
I said, I
MD,
wish she was a good criminal because that way y'all could be together. Y'all could be like Bonnie and Clyde. You know?
Maybe. Well, I'm not trying to
I
do
just love
no
that
criminal
girl.
shit.
Like,
And that's not to say we still don't do our thing from a domestic standpoint, because we do. But do I look at her as my significant other? Hell no.
you gotta forgive her.
Forgive her for what?
Forgive her.
I,
Help her.
I'm
Help
I'm
her.
not I'm not
You help
I'm not calling her at fault for anything. I'm just saying she a nigga.
You gotta, all right, but you gotta help her reform her nigger ways.
oh hell
Yeah,
no, we
I
can't be
think it's too little,
hypocrites
too late.
now. No, we don't gotta
Okay,
help her with
I'm a nigger, so I know how
no,
not
we
to
ain't
be a
gonna do
nigger
that
because
to
I know
him.
what not to do because I done had my experiences being a nigger. I still am, like that's why I'm just like, oh, she'll probably get better, you know, help her get
But
a
you
business.
can't but you can't be so much of a nigga where you get nigga benefits took away from you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that is true, but they, okay, okay, okay.
Like I know what position that my kids would be in had I not been there.
Do
That's
you
the
mean
main focal point for
polygamy or
me.
do you mean polygyny, Trevor? You mean
That's why I say
polygamy or polygyny? What do you mean?
polygamy
Or
should be
polygyny?
accepted in our society. I mean, I get it,
Polygyny or polygamy?
and I ain't gonna say I know what the difference is because I don't.
I know y'all don't. That's why I'm asking y'all. I
Okay,
just want to
okay.
know. Y'all know the difference.
I
Polygyny
don't.
is
I'm gonna
when a
tell you
woman
straight up.
can't step out. Polygamy is when the woman can. Y'all, y'all say
So
that.
it's both. So it's both ways on polygamy.
Yes. And people say
Okay.
that, but they really mean polygyny. I'm talking about the men.
Well, usually when that happens, they mean swinging.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either.
I
But
don't mind him having I mean maybe some four wives. Cause it's like a village in your home. Like I
I
don't
just get
mind.
tired of black men
Well, you're
lying
not
like
Nigerian.
they not
You
jealous
should
and
be.
they act like they poly and like they really not. Like they got jealousy issues. Like I'm talking about the ones that act like they just want, they don't care what you do. I get a lot of that. But I've
Let me
tried it.
ask.
I just don't think it's
Let me
real.
ask you, Juju. Were you born here or were you did you
No,
come here
I'm born and raised in New York.
okay, all right. So but your parents are from Nigeria.
No, my mother's Caribbean and my dad is Jamaican and Nigerian.
Oh damn, you got it. You got it double. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I get you. But like I said, that's New York for you. That's New York for you. See, like down south, we ain't got that dynamic. You know what I'm saying? I
What that
remember it was a time where it was only niggas and white folk. That was it.
mean? Yeah, but I
So
don't I don't mind a polygamous relationship. I just feel like somebody always get jealous. I'm not even going to just put it on the men. Like I've had women even get jealous. It, I mean, women get jealous to the point where it can be over me, or just women just want me, and then the man get mad or something like that. It can be either way, and I'm like, I just feel like human beings in that dynamic, somebody is gonna try to mess it up because somebody is gonna get jealous. Like even when I was in a throuple with two women, like one woman kept getting jealous because the other woman just like hanging out with me more. You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
get it. I get it. But again,
Yeah,
that
it's
that that
not.
comes with building an empire, though. Go ahead, Juju.
Oh no, I was just saying because here they're not really used to it, so it's also a culture thing. So it's kind of hard for somebody to accept that anyway, because jealousy is definitely gonna come out of it.
Oh. And again, that like I said, that goes with building an empire. If I know I can build an empire with staying with you because you got capital, I got capital, we can build something that's gonna build wealth for my kids. I'll let you go do whatever you want to do. As long as it ain't hurting me, like physically, go do what you want to do. I ain't got enough dick for you, go get it. But your ass better do what you gotta do when you get in this house. The same for me. But we can't think like that because we ain't got the wealth to think like that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what
The
I
Ro-
tell
the
my
Romans
men.
and the Romans and the Greeks was doing their thing. They were building something. They
Right.
could go do whatever the fuck they wanted to do.
These men, they can't stretch themselves thin out with like that's gonna stress them out. And I'm like, yo, y'all be complaining about just one woman beating y'all ass in the manosphere. Like they have them stories like be so abusive. And I'm like, what the fuck you think two women gonna do? We gonna plan to bank you.
Yeah, that's the thing too, because what you do for one, you have to do the like almost the exact same for the other, and a lot of people can't afford that here.
But that's the thing though. Why do I need to go outside of my relationship to seek whatever? Why do I need to do that?
Right.
That's that's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Is it something sexual? It
What
can't
you
be
mean?
nothing other. It can't be nothing else but something sexual.
Well, a
Especially if
lot
you
of men are
especially if you
gonna
maintaining something in the house.
a lot of men cheat whether they're in polygamy relationship or not. They're gonna cheat without you just knowing.
Yeah.
That's what I was always taught by my grandmother. Like, listen, don't ask no question. Just do your job at the home. That's it. It's just regular to us that a man's gonna step out.
Hey, that's not true, Trevor. Dolphins
And I
stay
watched
with
my
each other
mother
until
beat
they
up her
die.
boyfriends. My mother was crazy. She beat up all her boyfriends, and they were scared of her. And she
Tre-
would like, she like beat up her boyfriend and put him out because he ate a tasty cake and it was hers.
I'll
Like,
be
so
damned.
my mother used to beat up my father all the time. She poured hot water on him. Like, I seen some toxic shit. Like, I don't think you want two of them disasters. Like, I hate when men try to like suggest that for the community. Like, yeah, that's between y'all, but I'm just like, no, we don't have it. Like MD said, like shit, like no, it's not
Yeah.
working.
Trevor said humans are the only animals that think monogamy is natural. That's not true. Dolphins, they're linked together. When they mate, they link together for the rest of their life.
I never
So
knew that.
dolphins are monogamous, and seahorses. Seahorses monogamous too.
Oh, that makes so much sense because I'm a Pisces. Oh, I'm very monogamous and I'm very possessive, but that's only because, especially, but it depends on the person. Because I don't know, because I've been in poly relationships and I just haven't been jealous in the other person, like I said, so, or somebody else, or get jealous or whatever. Or when I see it, even from the outside looking in, it'd be some BS. It always fall apart. Like I'm just like, mm-mm. Like I feel like if somebody is born into it, and that's just their culture, that's another thing. Like I feel like it might work out better then. But other than
I,
that,
I also think because, as they would say, us women, we hit our wall at a certain age. And I guess sexually, we're not always going to be appealing to our spouse. So, men always looking at something younger to get their nut off. Like, it just, a lot of us are just so used to men cheating that, I don't know, we just don't care. Give
But
us our
y'all don't do the
kids.
same thing.
Who?
Y'all don't do the same thing. What you just said.
I don't cheat. I never cheated.
So
I never cheated either.
okay, if that's what y'all want to call it, I got you.
Never cheated either. For real. Like I've been cheated on real bad, but it's weird how I found out. Like it's just weird. Like I don't even be looking for nothing. It's just
And
like
and culturally speaking, see the men when they're allowed polygamy relationships, the women aren't allowed that. So they have to be loyal to that one man, even if he is dipping his penis in other women.
and you might want somebody else. And he might be so mad. And it's like, why are you so mad? It's not natural for you to do that because nigga, you just shut up and take the fact that when you go back in, it was another nigga that was bigger than you, and you go straight through. You punk ass nigga. That's what she's like. No, let
Well,
me.
men can't see the thing is a lot of men can't handle that. They can't handle once that woman cheat on them, they don't look at
Especially
you
if
the
he bigger,
same.
especially if he go straight through in the hole after you just came back and he fall in.
But
And it's like,
but
yeah, the
that's
other
the
nigga
thing.
was bigger. What's up, nigga? You
That's the
gotta
thing.
fix your chest. Fix your chest. Fix your chest. If we gotta take it because you want to be religious, you can take the fact that you had to fall through this tonight. Okay. It's like, no, I'm petty. I'm sorry, y'all.
I get it. I get it. What as a man, when you with a woman for so long, you know how it's supposed to feel. You know what I'm saying? If the shit don't feel right, you already know something up.
And they be so hurt. Why y'all men be
Depending
so
on
hurt?
how if it kicked back or not. If you could snap it back, at a certain amount of time, then yeah, I may not notice.
And that's another thing. I think that's another reason why men be mad because we can do that. I'm not gonna lie. The Kegels, we even got instruments and stuff like that make our coochie tighter, and it's certain baths that we could take that make it tighter, and then we just gotta do the muscles. We can get it back. A lot of women, and I feel like it is some women that probably got loose balls who don't know about Kegels. Like if women don't regularly do their Kegels, but that don't mean that they necessarily a whore. They can be having sex with one man and they don't do their Kegels, and he could be kind of big. And if they don't do their Kegels, yeah, he will fall straight through, and she not gonna feel nothing.
Don't douches do the same? Don't douches snap it back too?
No, that's
It,
disgusting. I don't do that. I do put apple cider vinegar in my bath though, but I don't do the
I
douche. I don't
think
do
yeah, I
douches.
heard vinegar and water will snap it back. That's just an old wild. That's what I heard, like from old head.
it. It washes out the natural juices. No. You're not
Oh,
supposed to
okay.
do that. Now, baths. Now, I do take a lot of herbal baths. That's good for the vagina. Like, Damiana. That's good for the vagina. What else? What else? What else? Tea tree oil. Believe it or not, it's this real strong smell. You're only supposed to add a little bit. Neem oil. Oh my god. Yes. Turmeric.
I take
Believe
bleach baths.
girl. All right, I did that when I first came back from the shelter. I did do that. I ain't even gonna hold you. I put a cap of
Trevor,
bleach.
you blessed, man. If you ain't never cheated on your wife in 12 years, you blessed, bro. That's all I can say. I wish I had a woman that
That's why
I could
Trevor,
say
my
that.
nigga,
You know what I'm
like I
saying?
said, Trevor, I'm not going to drag you. Like, we came up with a fire live stream. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Team Marina and this bitch. We ain't, like, yeah, we ain't going. We ain't fussing. We cool. That's my nigga. Like, yeah. And thank you, MD, for coming up here. Like, yes.
Nah, yeah, it's all good. I'm about to get ready to go to sleep though, but it's all good.
Look, like, yeah, before you stay up all night. And look, but yeah, let me get off of
I
here
can't
before I
do it.
never get up here. I got to meditate, y'all. Thank you for coming up here, Juju. Look, you see people in the comments like, is that Juju up there? Look, be prepared for that if he wasn't over there on a panel, Juju. Peace, Juju. Peace, y'all. I'm ready go meditate. Peace.